Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good job. All right, well, congratulations to Micol. This is a beautiful day. We're very lucky to be able to be outside on this gorgeous Shabbat morning to honor Micol. So everyone, we're going to start with a pretty song. It's just a melody, and Lizzie's going to help you with it so that we can just kind of get into the mode of this service.
So it's a wordless melody. It's simply lie, 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 lie. So join in when you're ready, when you feel comfortable, and let's bring in and make a special space for Micol and the family. Yai lie, yai lie, 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 lie. Yai lie, 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 lie. Yai lie, lie, lie. Yai lie, yai lie. Yai lie, 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 lie. Yai lie, 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 lie. Yai lie, lie, lie. Yai. One more time, everybody sing it with me for Micol. Yai lie. Yai lie, 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 lie. Yai lie, 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 lie. Yai lie, lie, lie. Yai lie.
So Ma Tovu is a prayer that reminds us no matter where we are, we can pray together. And it's so beautiful that we can come together in our house, outside, in a park, just enjoying the beautiful nature and on a beautiful Shabbat.
Ma tovu, ohalecha, ohalecha Yaakov. Ma tovu, ohalecha, ohalecha Yaakov. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Oh, how beautiful is this sacred place, filled with your glory, and oh, how beautiful is this sacred place, filled with your love, filled with your love.
So we're going to officially start the service with Micol coming up with Sabrina and Gabrielle to wrap their daughter in her talit as she becomes a bat mitzvah today.
Like that?
Okay, so you're gonna. Beautiful. Matches perfect. Good job. Okay, nice day here.
As I wear my talit, it reminds me that regardless of the direction I find myself, I'm always in God's presence. The talit has 4 corners, which symbolize the 4 corners of the earth. There are 613 knots on the fringes, to serve as a reminder that there are 613 commandments in the Torah. By wrapping myself in my talit, I seek God's warmth and security. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidishanu, b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, lehit atef b'asetit.
Excellent. Give your mom and dad a big kiss.
Don't cry.
Okay, Sabrina, take your book. And I'll give you a hug. You can do great. You can do great. Okay. So this is a very special occasion, and it's so special. We're going to sing Shehachianu. So if you know it, sing along, come along. It's on page 163.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Sing amen with me.
So Micol, you finally get to use this beautiful yad that you made in class, in your Mitzvah Wizards class. It has your Hebrew name, and we hope that you will always remember your Wizards experience and always to lend a helping hand to others. So your Hebrew name is Micol.
Baruch Hu is a prayer that invites everyone present to come and join me in this service. It reminds me of the bell Rabbi Deborah rings to tell all the wizards at school that school is starting. Please turn to page 109 and rise.
Everyone stand up.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Please be seated.
The Shema is the declaration of being Jewish and the belief in one God. The word Shema means to listen. Just like when my friends are sad, I listen, not just to hear them, but so I can be compassionate. I'd like to invite my brother Oliver up to join me in singing the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, Our God is one. One more time. Here we go now. Listen, Israel. Adonai. Our God is one.
The word ve'ahavta comes from the word ahava, meaning to love. It is a love poem to God and means that you should love God with all your heart, soul, and might. This is how I see myself with my family and my friends. I always try my best to show as much love to them as they show to me. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha bevetecha u'leftecha avaderech u'shofbecha u'vkumecha Ukshartameo al yodecha, vechayu letotafo beinenecha, utaftam al mizuzo beitecha, uvisharecha.
So the prayer that Micol just beautifully chanted for you in Hebrew, the ve'ahavta, to love God with your heart, soul, and might, and to be passionate. This is the literal English translation. And Micol, you're welcome to sing along with me if you want. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in thy heart, shall be in thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, or when thou liest down, or when thou risest up, or when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hands, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them on the doorpost of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, that ye may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Avot V'Mahot mentions the names of our patriarchs and matriarchs individually, because they each had a special relationship with God. This shows us that we are all unique and individual in our different ways. I have struggled seeing myself differently from other people, but I'm learning to love who I am and accepting of my uniqueness. When we are strong, when someone's kind, when we have courage, when someone cares for us, we feel close to God. We think it's God's way of talking to us. Protector of Abraham, Sarah's helper, keep us all safe and help us too. Please rise as we pray together with respect on page 114.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu Ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol הגibor והנורא, עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר שתי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה.
Giverot comes from the word gibor, meaning strength. God gives us the strength to help yourself and others and is always there for you in good times and bad. My family and all my friends have given me strength. They have helped me through all my hard times and supported me with all my struggles. When we say, God, that you are powerful, that you lift up those who fall and heal the sick, that you bring freedom and renew life, we make a promise to be strong, to bend down to lift others up, to work for freedom, to begin again. Blessed are you, God, who gives and renews life. Please join us on page 115.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורפא חולים, ומתיר אסירים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גברות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיע ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל.
Please join us for a moment of peaceful reflection. Holy, holy, holy is the God of all being. The whole earth is filled with your glory. Please join on 116.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech haaretz kvodo.
Please be seated. We would like to invite Micol's grandfather, Enrico, to share a special poem to his granddaughter. Okay, and you're going to look at him.
A wish for you. If there could be only one thing in life for us to teach you, we would teach you love. To respect others so that you may find respect in yourself. To learn the value of giving, so that if ever there comes a time in your life that someone really needs, you will give. To act in a manner that you would wish to be treated, to be proud of yourself. To laugh and smile as much as you can in order to help bring joy into the world. To have faith in others, to be understanding. To stand tall in this world and learn to depend on yourself. To only take from this earth those things which you really need, so there will be enough for others. To not depend only on money or material things for your happiness, but learn to appreciate the people who love you, the simple beauty that God gave you, and to find peace and security within yourself. To you, Michal, we hope we have taught you all of these things, for they are love.
Like a big hug, big hug. That's cute. You read that beautifully.
So beautiful.
Real grandfather Enrico and Alessandra and Uncle Michael to stand with us as we hold our Torah for our next prayer. So please rise for Kimitzion as we declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. It's on page 142.
Ki mitzion teisei Torah. Ki mitzion teisei Torah. Udevar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato. Are we ready for the parade?
Yes, we're going to do a little parade. So you just hold your book and you just touch the Torah with your book. You don't have to kiss it.
Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu.
You guys clap your hands. It's like a party.
Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. One more time, everybody say it. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kodsho. Micol Arbarello Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kodsho.
Beautiful. Everyone, can please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to my Bat Mitzvah ceremony. I'm so grateful that you can all witness this special occasion and to have the opportunity to show you what I've learned in the past 18 months. Having a Bat Mitzvah means so much to me as it confirms my commitment to Judaism as I become a daughter of the commandments. Coming from Italy was a big change, but having this community by my side has helped guide me through my struggles when I felt displaced. So thank you to everyone who has welcomed me with open arms. I'm so excited to share with you my thoughts on the very first portion of the Torah. There are 5 books of Moses in the Torah, and mine is the very first book called Genesis. Genesis means the beginning, and the essence of the portion I would like to share with you. This is the story of the Garden of Eden. In this portion, Adam and Eve are in the Garden of Eden and have all the possibilities of eating anything in the garden except for the fruit on the tree of knowledge. A snake came along one day and convinced Eve to eat the fruit. Eve then went to Adam and convinced him to do the same. They both did this knowing God had forbidden them to eat from the tree of knowledge, but they thought God wasn't going to find out. Once God found out, Adam blamed it on Eve, and Eve blamed it on the snake. This story teaches us that when someone is tempting you to do something, think about the consequences before taking action. If the mistake is then made, realize the mistake you've made and own up to it. This story particularly resonates with me because I have made multiple poor decisions in my life. And hopefully I will limit my mistakes in the future. When I've made a bad decision, I've admitted to it. There are some temptations that sometimes could cloud my mind, and hopefully I will stay strong even when these are temptations that sound like so much fun. My voice inside of me has to be louder than temptation itself. Another thing that I feel very fortunate to have is the opportunity to work as a teen wizards, which gives me the opportunity to feel connected to the community that is so welcoming. I love teaching the younger students and being a role model for them. It is challenging sometimes, but I know that I can count on my fellow teens to assist me. I love the creativity at Hebrew Wizards. It lets me express what I feel about Judaism and helps me relate in a way that I can. Becoming a bat mitzvah you take the responsibility to help another person. I'm extremely fortunate to be a part of the Hebrew Wizards Better Together program, which is our community service outlet. It allows teens to connect with senior citizens and create a special long-term relationship. Over the year, we have visited many senior homes, men's shelters, and helped kids in crisis. But because of the pandemic and its restrictions, we were forced to come up with a whole new online curriculum. This gave me the opportunity to meet virtually with an elderly woman who just recently lost her husband. Along with my fellow teens, we were able to drop off beautiful notes and gifts over the past year. It felt amazing knowing that I helped make my senior buddy feel loved and less lonely. Having a bat mitzvah is not easy and takes a lot of preparation and time. I'm so grateful for all the Hebrew Wizard staff. I would like to thank Shira, who helped with everything, from learning my Torah portion and assisting me with all the service prayers. I also would like to thank Jake, who taught me last year and is now in college. For Lizzie, who brings so much joy and light through her beautiful voice and musical contributions. Thank you to Rabbi Deb for creating such an amazing program and for allowing this beautiful ceremony to happen. I also want to thank you for helping me understand my Torah portion and assisting me with this Devar Torah. To all the people that I love who are here today, celebrating this special milestone in my life, I want to personally thank you for being here. To my 4 best friends, Valerie V, Valerie L, Elizabeth, and Marlena. You guys have been my source to go to when I needed one, and I'm extremely grateful for your friendship and presence in my life. Valerie V, it's funny to think how we started off not the best of friends to one another, but look where we are now. I feel like my mom has 2 daughters. You've taught me how to be a good friend and how to grow as a person. Thank you so much. Valerie L, you're one of the kindest people I know. You have always reassured me when I doubted myself, and I will forever be grateful of you. Marlena, you've been my friend since the very start of high school, and have been an amazing friend. I'm so grateful that we made it through, even with our toughest times. Lastly, Elizabeth. I always look back and think how we became so close in such little time. You're the funniest person on earth, and you always make me laugh no matter what. You've helped me through You've helped me through so many situations, and I will never forget how important you are to me. I want you 4 to know that I will always have your back. Thank you. Non Enrico and Alessandra. You mean the world to me. I can't imagine my life without you. I want to thank you for flying all the way over here from Italy to celebrate my bat mitzvah with me. Thank you so much. Oliver, I will forever be your big sister, and I want you to know that I will always love you no matter what, and I will always be there for you. Sorry. Even though we might fight sometimes. Mom and Dad, there are no words to describe how amazing you both have made my life. Even though we've had our ups and downs in our life, I want you to know that you will always be the 2 most important people in my life. Mom, I want you to thank you for not being only my best friend, but helping me through all of this and planning this beautiful bat mitzvah. I love you. And Dad, same for you. You are my best friend too. And thank you so much for being there for me all the time. Thank you too, everyone. Sorry, once again. And now on to the Torah.
Amazing.
All right, that's a big, good hand.
Beautiful, Micol.
Good job. You did great. Come here. Oh, we're going to start the Torah service. Okay, so for our first Aliyah, we're going to be calling up Sabrina and Gabrielle.
Yamod Harishon.
Blessed Adonai, the Holy One. Bless Adonai now and forever. You who has given the children of Israel the gift of Torah.
Okay, and you're gonna do here. Come stand. 1, 2, 3.
Baruch
Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz hayta tohu vavohu ve'hoshech al pnei tehom ve'ruach Elohim merahefet al pnei hamayim vayomer Elohim yehi or vayehi or.
Blessed are you, Adonai, ruler of the universe, who has given us the Torah of truth and implanted within us eternal life. Blessed are you, Adonai, giver of the Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tokeinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Okay, and now we're going to call up Micol for her maftir portion, and she is going to be called by Lizzie, who is going to officially call her by her Hebrew name.
Tamod habachura habat mitzvah al hamaftira Michol al haTorah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayas Elohim et haor kitov. Vayavdel Elohim bein haor bein hachoshech. Vayikra Elohim laor yom v'lachoshech hara laila. Vayhi erev vayhi vocher yom echad. Vayomer Elohim yehi rakia beito hamayim. V'hi mavdil bein mayim la mayim. Vayas Elohim et harakia vayavdel bein mayim asher mitahat larakia uvein hamayim asher me'al larakia vayhihen. Vayikra Elohim larakia shamayim vayhi erev vayvoher yom sheni. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tokeinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Mazel tov!
Okay, give her a
Micol,
big
you
hug.
did it!
Chanting from the Torah. Beautiful. So we're going to wrap the Torah. And while we're wrapping the Torah, we're going to sing a prayer that is a prayer for healing. So if you have anyone, any of you out there have anyone that you know in your world that may need healing of the mind, the body, or spirit, think of that person right now and send them your loving, healing thoughts. This is a song to ease your mind of sadness. This is a song to fill your soul with peace. This is a hope for a world that's filled with gladness. May all your pain and sorrows be released. You want to come up, Oliver? Mishaverach Avoteinu Micol Arbarello Leimotenu Mishaverach Imotenu Micol Arbarello Leavotenu. This
This is a dream
for sisters and brothers.
for sisters and for brothers. This is a dream for people everywhere. There is a world where no one will go hungry, 'cause there's enough for everyone to share. Misheverach Avoteinu Mikol Arbarello Leimotenu Misheverach Imotenu Mikol Arbarello Leavotenu. May these blessings fill your heart with love.
Amen, everybody.
Amen.
Have Lador Vador, which is the passing of the Torah from generation to generation. So
We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. We're going to sing Lador Vador Nagid Gadlecha.
Lador Vador
Nagid Gadlecha.
Lador Vador,
We protect this
Deborah.
chain from generation to generation.
from generation to generation.
Door to door, these lips will praise your name. Let's sing. These lips will praise your name. These lips will praise your name. Ah, these lips will praise your name.
So we're going to ask Sabrina, Randy, and Perry, okay? Sabrina's very, very close friends, to come up to the ark. Please rise for the Eitz Chaim He. This is our prayer that we say a blessing before we bring the Torah back to the ark.
Eitz Chaim He, lama chazikim ba, v'tom hecha meushar, derachecha darchei noam, v'chol netivotecha shalom, hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva. Hadesh, Hadesh Yameinu, Hadesh Yameinu kekedem.
Beautiful. You may be seated. Thank you. Well, let's hear it from Micol.
Yeah, brava.
You did it. You did it. You recited your prayers perfectly,
Thank you.
chanted from the Torah beautifully, and delivered your heartfelt interpretation of this week's Torah portion. We are all so proud of you as you made your dedication to God as a daughter of the commandments. I know how hard it was for you to move from your home in Rome to Greenwich, Connecticut, but I've watched you blossom into a wonderful young lady, and for that, I am extremely proud of you. The Torah portion you chanted from is the very first portion of the Torah, There are 54 Torah portions, and you were privileged to have the story of the Garden of Eden. And I loved how you explained the Parsha and realized how important it is for all of us to take responsibility for our actions and resist temptation. We all make mistakes, but the important thing is to learn from them and try not to make the same mistakes as before. It's easy to blame others for our bad choices, but in reality, as a young adult, you have to take on that responsibility to make good choices. One of the biggest parts of becoming a bat mitzvah is trying to make a difference in the world and taking responsibility to care for others less fortunate. And through our community service program, I saw how embraced you made your senior buddy and how you were helpful at the men's shelter and you brought love and compassion to all of those in need. I have proudly witnessed how much you've learned and grown over these past few years. You have an incredible voice, and we are also impressed by your ability to learn all your prayers in such a short amount of time. Micol, always remember where you came from and how fortunate you are to have such a loving family. Your parents are both amazing people who can't do enough to help another person. This is for you, Sabrina. From the moment I met your mom, I knew she was special. She is someone you can count on and is a true friend to so many people. Your entire family has been a wonderful addition to Hebrew Wizards, and we are thrilled to have you continue on as a teen wizard. And your younger brother, Oliver, yep, I'm mentioning you. You're adorable. We love you. You're energetic, enthusiastic, and we wouldn't be the same without you, Oliver. You're already doing a beautiful job creating fun electives and helping the younger students receive their gold coins through their mastery of Jewish knowledge. Congrats, Mick. I'm so proud of all that you've achieved, but I'm most proud of how you integrated into our Wizards world and have now become an integral part of our team. Mick, always remember to push yourself to make good choices and recognize when you could have made a better one. Trust that little voice inside of you. Let it guide you, and just think of all the possibilities. We love you a lot. Beautiful. Okay. All right, we're going to invite Sabrina.
Take
Here,
a deep
you
breath.
hold that.
My dear Micol, you often make fun of me because many of my words to you are often from quotes.
You're doing great.
You know I read a lot of them, and yes, many do touch me, but most of all, every time I read one regarding mothers and daughters, I think of you immediately and hope those words will touch you.
You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great.
To say that you and all of us have been through a lot in the last few years is to say the least. But we have gone through all of that, a lotness, with flying colors. And that's mostly because we have done it all together.
Take a deep breath.
Amore mio, call me your best friend, and that makes my day. And for a very specific reason. I know what and how much your best friends mean to you. And to be considered your best friend is a gift to me. I know I'm not too much of a social butterfly, but my few and dear ones are my life, like the two that are here with us today, that we've known each other for approximately 40 years. But remember, I am also your best friend, your mom, and your lawyer. And you have some other lawyers here as well that are always going to defend you, fight for you, and have your back. That's me and a few others here. Like Alessandra right there. You have been a gift to me, and you also hold a gift. You are one that loves to give. You are incredibly generous and have a huge heart. You love to play, be loud. You're funny and super creative and always there to tend to someone when in need. This amore is your gift. These times right now, I'm talking about your age, are very, very difficult and super hard to handle at times. But be sure that these feelings of confusion and uncertainties will pass with your hard work, and all the love from us, your family and friends, and your wizard's world. And how we met. When we moved here, I would take many, many drives every day, and especially up and down the main road many times. And every time I would be at a traffic light in either direction, I would notice this beautiful corner building.
You mentioned me too.
With a sign that says Wizards. I just kept passing it and wondering what it was until one day I saw in the corner of a window a little Star of David. And I said, oh, this is something Jewish. So I put my signal on and went into the parking lot and rang the doorbell. Rabbi Deborah was there, which was very lucky because she's not always there outside of school. She let me in and we had a beautiful talk. And from there, she led us into her world and has taught our children that when you have that what you have learned during your studies with the Wizards family is truly amazing. And not only have they prepared you for your bat mitzvah, and you made it beautifully, you have also learned the importance of being responsible for your actions, for recognizing that as an adult, you will have certain obligations and your family and friends to society and your community. And even though you still don't understand all of this yet, you will, because you are learning more and more day by day. And that you are loved and supported in what you do. Therefore, you're never alone. Here's my latest quote. I always need my daughter, no matter what age I am. She makes me laugh, makes me proud, makes me cry, hugs me tight, cheers me up, keeps me on my toes, and drives me crazy many times. But my daughter is a promise that I will have as my best friend forever. We love you so much, Amorda, and we're so proud of you. I'm so sorry.
I chose a song, and it's very meaningful to their family, and it's an ABBA song. Okay, everybody? So if you know it, sing along. I just learned it the last couple days. Love on each other, and just remember, feelings are good. And feelings in front of your community, this is what healing is about. This is what life is about. So don't be afraid. So here we go. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile. I watch her go with a surge of that well-known sadness, and I have to sit down for a while. The feeling that I'm losing her forever, and without really entering her world. I'm glad when I can share her laughter, that funny little girl, slipping through my fingers all the time. I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. Sleep in our eyes, her and me, at the breakfast table, barely awake. I let precious time go by. And when she's gone, there's that old melancholy feeling, and a sense of guilt I can't deny. Almost done. What happened to those wonderful adventures? The places I had planned for us to go, slipping through my fingers. But that we did it, and most we didn't. And why, I just don't know. Everybody, come on. Slipping through my fingers all the time. I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do
I really see what's in her mind. Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time.
I'm going to cut it short a little bit.
Thank you. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbyes with an absent-minded smile.
Thank you for letting me learn that song. That was beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go.
This is in honor of my grandparents who are no longer here. I give you this one thought to keep. I am with you still, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow, I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain, I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not think of me as gone, I am with you still in each new dawn.
So we do a mourner's song instead of the Kaddish. And so if you've lost anyone that you've loved and you need that special moment to think, this is the time.
Put them in your heart right now.
Put them in your heart. And Lizzie will sing
Shadows are
that.
falling and I'm running out of breath. Keep me in your heart for a while. If I leave you, it doesn't mean that I love you any less. Keep me in your heart for a while. When you get up in the morning and you see that crazy sun, keep me in your heart for a while. There's a train leaving nightly called when all is said and done. Keep me in your heart for a while. And hold me in your thoughts, yeah, take me in your dreams, and touch me as I fall into view. And when the winter comes, keep the fires lit, and I will be right next to you. Sometimes when you're doing simple things around the house, maybe you will think of me and smile. 'Cause you know that I am tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la. Keep me in your heart for a while. May you be blessed as you go on your way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be your blessing. Amen. Can we all sing amen? Because we want these things for Micol. It goes like this. Amen. Amen. May this be your blessing. Amen. May this be your blessing.
So we're going to close with a last prayer. It's the ancient prayer called the blessing of the ancestors. We're just going to call up Oliver, Gabrielle, and Sabrina.
Be wrapped in the embrace of
Go.
the
So we're
universal
separate.
love. Ready?
Okay, here we go.
Yevarechecha. Yevarechecha. Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Adonai panav elecha ve'yikunecha.
May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious upon you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha.
So everyone put your hands out to them as if you're giving them the final blessing.
Peace. Shalom means peace.
Shalom.
May God grant you peace, happiness, love, and a lifetime of joy.
Shalom. Shalom.
All
Here we go,
right,
Mazel
are we
tov.
ready to party?
Go.
Time to party.
Cinnamon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov. Helanu, 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 uvla Yisrael. Helanu, helanu, uvla Yisrael. Helanu, helanu, uvla Yisrael. Helanu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Let's do it. Let's sing it too.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Let's hear it again.